Probabilistic Language for Incomplete RCAs Executive English. Executives make decisions under pressure, so they need clarity without certainty. Probabilistic language lets you be precise even when evidence is still forming. In incomplete root cause analyses, RCAs, facts arrive in waves. Your story should evolve too. Instead of offering a flat opinion, quantify confidence so stakeholders see how strongly you believe each claim. This approach builds trust by showing your work while avoiding overclaiming that could mislead decisions. Think transparent signals like, "We're 70% confident," rather than vague, "we think." It's honest, actionable, and respectful of the unknowns. Use a consistent vocabulary to express uncertainty. For high likelihood, say very likely or highly probable when the evidence converges. For the mid-range, use likely, probable, or more likely than not to show a greater than even chance without overstating. For low likelihood, say possible or cannot rule out, signaling a plausible but weaker case. When the data just isn't there, choose insufficient evidence or undetermined. These phrases keep your message disciplined, comparable across updates, and easy for executives to interpret at a glance. Avoid ambiguity by mapping words to numbers. Create probability bands such as very likely, approximately equals 90%, so terms carry consistent weight. Set anchors like likely, approximately equals 70%, and possible, approximately equals 30%, so teams don't overread or underread signals. The phrase more likely than not should clearly mean greater than 50%. Publish the full scale in an appendix so readers can reference it quickly. When everyone shares the same scale, your updates become comparable, debates focus on evidence, not wording, and decisions move faster with fewer misunderstandings. Organize your message so busy leaders grasp it fast. Start with what we know now, verifiable facts only, with timestamps and sources. Then state what we infer, attaching probabilities to each hypothesis and noting competing explanations. List what we don't know, key gaps, risks, and what data would change the picture. Close with next steps and decision impacts. Who is doing what, by when, and how choices might shift based on new findings. This structure shows rigor, reduces speculation, and keeps the team aligned as evidence evolves. Make your wording crisp and consistent. Examples: it is likely, approximately equals 70%, that X triggered Y. This ties a claim to a confidence level. We cannot rule out Z, approximately equals 30%. Here you flag a viable alternative without inflating it. Very likely, approximately equals 90%. Path: A right pointing arrow, B right pointing arrow, C. Summarize the leading chain of events clearly. Evidence is insufficient to attribute W. This guards against false certainty. Use these patterns across updates so readers immediately grasp strength of evidence and how much weight to place on each statement. Keep statements tethered to proof. Anchor claims to data sources, logs, metrics, experiments, expert reviews, so others can verify. Use cautious, accurate verbs like suggests, indicates, or is consistent with, especially early in an investigation. Avoid absolutes such as always, never, or prove, which can mislead and lock you in. Flag assumptions and limitations, sampling bias, missing logs, or confounding variables, so decision makers see the bounds of your conclusions. This disciplined hedging strengthens credibility rather than weakening it. Executives need clear actions tied to probabilities. Link probabilities to actions, e.g., At 70%, implement mitigation. At 30%, monitor. Present scenarios with ranges: best case, base case, worst case, and show leading indicators. Specify review cadence and triggers so everyone knows when you'll reevaluate: daily until stabilization, then weekly, or when key metrics cross thresholds. Highlight residual risk tolerance so leaders see what risk remains after actions and what trade-offs they're accepting. This turns uncertainty into a plan, not a pause. Before you brief, run this quick audit. 1. Define your probability scale and use it consistently. 2. Label facts, inferences, and unknowns so readers know what's solid and what's provisional. 3. Quantify confidence consistently with agreed phrases and percentage bands. 4. Commit to updates as evidence evolves, specifying cadence and triggers. If you do these 4 things, your RCA stays honest, decision-ready, and trusted, even when certainty is out of reach.